I'm going to show you how to add a volunteer role to your listing. Once you log in, go to the configuration icon at the top. This is the 3 lines with the circles, and click there. This will take you to a menu on the left-hand side. You want to scroll down until you get to the subheading of recruitment and click General Interests. This means volunteer roles. When you look at customization settings, you may see in this box that it says General Interests. If that's the case, I would suggest changing it to Volunteer For and then the name of your organisation. This is going to be the title of your volunteering roles. Click Save. Scroll down until you get to General Interests. If you are new to Better Impact, you won't see any roles here. If you already have roles advertised, they will either be active, as this first role is, or inactive, as these other roles are. You can change the role to active or inactive at any time you like. For example, if we no longer need a new trustee, I would tick the white box, go down to Change Selected, and then set to inactive. If I change my mind, and once again we need a trustee, tick the box, set to active, and there you see it's now active. If we no longer need a trustee, and we will never need another trustee, instead of doing that, you would hover over those 3 lines and you can delete the role. Let's add a new role. Go down to New General Interest, click there, and this brings you to the role form. This is the title of the role. Today, I'm adding a treasurer role. Ensure that the box next to active is ticked so that the role is visible. And then scrolling down to more visibility settings, we want to ensure we tick the first 3 boxes. You do not need to tick volunteer 2 or 3 as these are not configured. Scroll down to description. Now you need to copy and paste your role description into this box. I found my role and pasted it in. Some tips about adding roles. A role should not look like a job description. Try to make it short and to the point, but include all the important information. Do you pay expenses? Does the potential volunteer need to do a DBS check? Are you expecting them to commit a certain number of hours a week? Include that information, but remember you don't need to put everything in here because there's going to be lots of opportunities for you to give the person more information in the future. Another thing to do here is to add an image. This will really help for your role to stand out and look more appealing for potential volunteers. You can do this in 2 ways. So the first thing you want to do is click into your box where you want the image to go. I would suggest that you put the image at the start because this means that it will show on your home page. Now you can either click on to the little photo icon or go to the word insert. Here I'm clicking on insert and I'm going to click on upload and find my image. My image is uploading. If I was uploading a logo, I could tick this box that says image is decorative. However, if you aren't uploading a logo, perhaps it's a photo, it's a good idea to put an alternative description. This makes the website more accessible for people who may struggle to see the images. I'm going to put financial balance sheet and pile of money. Then I come down and I click Save. Now, the images must be less than 10 megabytes. Once you've added your image, you need to go down to classifications. Adding classifications helps with filtering on the website. Scroll down and click as many classifications as are applicable for the role. For this role, I'm going to click Financial Management and Trustees and Management Committee. Go down to Suitability And I'm clicking that it's suitable for a retiree, for adults, and it's near a bus stop. Time commitment is a few hours a month, and duration is 1 to 2 years or over 2 years. If it's a role that's flexible, here you could check all. Otherwise, if you know, as I do, that the role is on a certain time, then click there. And lastly, save. The role is now going to be active on the website. The next thing I would do is go to the website and check the role from the volunteer's perspective. Here, you can see the role. We can see the image. If you don't like how the image is displayed, you could go back into Better Impact and play around with the image until you get it how you like it. Here we can see the text. And that's it. That's all you need to do to add a role.